Okay, so let's say you're driving a truck. You have this load of medicine behind you, and you're barreling down a country road. There's that double yellow line in the middle, and on the side, there's a shoulder. And on the shoulder, there's a line of bicycles. There's these people in their spandex and their helmets, and they're trying to be responsible and keep to their side. But you've got this semi, and you're barreling down. You're going to deliver medicine to some city that's not too far away. And as you go, because your truck is so big and it creates that wind vortex, well, one of these cyclists gets sucked under your semi and just flattened. It's terrible. And you stop the truck and you look out and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe you got flattened. What am I going to do? And so you radio to your dispatch and you say, all right, dispatch, tell all these cyclists that there's a semi coming. Take out an ad on the radio and broadcast it right along this road so that all the cyclists know that I'm coming. You do that, and you also paint a warning on the side of your truck saying, beware cyclists, I'm coming. Then you get back in your semi and you drive down the road, and just like a mile or two later, you suck another one of these cyclists under the wheels of the truck, and they're dead. And you look at them and you say, well, it's sort of on them. I put warnings out there. I feel really bad about it, but I have lives to save. And you keep going. And every few miles, another cyclist gets sucked under the wheels of the truck and flattened until there's 19 dead cyclists over the course of your trip. Does this semi driver bear any liability for smooshing all these cyclists? Because that's sort of what I'm talking about with the Wim Hof Method, right? Where Wim Hof teaches hyperventilation in water. He doesn't always mean to. He usually means to teach it responsibly, but then some of these videos sneak in where he's not, where he does hyperventilate in water, and that's the cause of shallow water blackout, and that's what's killing all of these Wim Hof Method practitioners.
So before was hyperventilating like what I did now?
He has warnings on his website, but they just keep dying. And every time they write to him and they're like, the families of the people who died, they write to him and they say, can you make this better? Can you stop putting out images of you hyperventilating in water? And he writes back, well, it's usually his dispatch, it's the team. And they're like, oh, we're so sorry that this happened. But we have warnings out there, and you're just being irresponsible by being, one of those cyclists on the side of the road. You shouldn't have been there. So, I'm sorry. And then every few months, Wim Hof semi runs over another person. Does he bear any liability? Well, that's the situation. That's what's going on. Wim Hof, as he gets more famous, his semi moves faster, creates a bigger wind vortex. More people watch his image, and people die. And yes, there are medicines that are going to a final destination, and those medicines will save lives. In fact, they've already saved lives. But what about those people on the side of the road? Could you do anything to make it better for them, to make it a little safer for these people who either they just misunderstood what you were doing, or maybe your message was just a little confusing? That's the heart of what's going on. I mean, my metaphor is not perfect, right? It's not the ideal metaphor, but you get the idea of what I'm saying. It's been going on over and over and over again for years. I'm sure Wim's inbox is full of messages of cases that I don't even know about, where family members reach out and they're like, just can you do things that's safer? And he doesn't change. In fact, most recently in this Volkskrant article that came out like a week or so ago, they said we're not going to do any information campaigns until the legal case is sorted in the United States. I guess they're just going to throw up their hands and put that gas pedal to the floor and create a bigger and bigger wind vortex. That's the crux of where I am right now. That's why I'm doing this. I just want Wim to take his foot off the gas. He can still save lives and do that. There you are. PokeyBear LLC in Denver, Colorado. Now you know what I'm thinking.